I've really seen a lot of change and some things that have stayed the same over the years. We've changed 4 different locations since we were founded, renting different places as we continue to grow and add new families. We've continued to grow in the area of developing our teacher force who come to teach here. We've needed more and more volunteer teachers from the United States or Australia or Britain or other parts of the world where they have English as their first language. We've tried to, from the beginning, be really focused on the family. We didn't want missionaries to feel like they had to send their kids to boarding school. We wanted them to be able to stay as a family unit, and so we were called the Family Learning Center of Chiang Rai. So it had 2 meanings. One was we want to be a family as a school, but we also want to support families to be family. We feel like Chiang Rai is a very good location for that because we're so close to countries around us that might be closed to missionaries, but many people are coming and want to serve there, and by being in Chiang Rai, they're close to the areas they want to serve in without having to leave for long periods of time from their family. Today we've grown to 136 students from that small beginning, and they represent many servant families. By servant family, I mean those who've come to serve in some capacity in northern Thailand. There's so many different areas of ministry, but for a long time people weren't able to come and stay for a long time, primarily because of their situation with their children. Today we have missionaries from around the world, but we also started taking in Thai students as early as 2002, 2003. We didn't really understand the ramifications of that at the time. At a certain point in our development, we realized that we needed to get permission to have Thai students in our school. And the choices were either to become an international school or basically have to ask our Thai families to leave. And by then we had 18 families. And we thought, you know, the Family Learning Center is not just about one family or even just a Christian family. It's about the whole family. And we knew that these children would be in a very difficult position to go back into Thai schools. They really almost couldn't do that. And so we took the leap of faith to step out and become an international school with the help of the Chiang Rai Minister of Education. He could have closed us down, but in God's faithfulness, He provided us with a person who saw a vision to have an international school in Chiang Rai. And so He offered to walk through the process with us as long as He continued to see progress being made. We feel like God really has ministered to us through Him and ministered to Him through us as well. And so today we are a registered school as the Chiang Rai International Christian School. We also are in the process of accreditation now and expect by next spring to take the next step, which is trying to meet some of the criterion that these accrediting agencies have told us we need. So we're very excited to see how God's been so faithful to us all through this journey, and we see Him walking with us into the future as well.
I came to Chiang Rai 25 years ago as a single missionary, and in those days all the missionaries were sending their children away to boarding school. Some missionary agencies at that time were considering allowing the missionaries to do homeschooling, but the norm was to send their children away. And I remember crying with many missionaries when it was time to send their children off to boarding school, and I always thought it's not fair that in serving the Lord that our children have to suffer. And I kept thinking, Lord, I don't want that to happen. Many of the wealthy Chiang Rai people began to having their children come to Crics because they wanted their children to have an English education. And we began to see Thai children from very wealthy families begin to accept the Lord. And it's very exciting to me because I feel like Crics is raising up Christian leaders to take this city for Christ. Right now in Thailand, there's less than 1% Christianity, and the Thais have been very resistant to the gospel. We are reaching children from influential families that have been businessmen, who have been doctors, who have been dentists in Chiang Rai for several generations. and they're sincerely coming to the Lord. They're excited about the Lord. They're going to Christian university. I believe the children that graduate from Crics will be the type of leaders that will take this city for Christ, that are going to impact this city like the missionaries have been trying to do for years.